Hey, down here. Hello there. Welcome to Kevin Talks Tech, my technology blog and podcast, all about making technology simple, easy, and fun to understand. Hello from the flight deck at San Francisco International Airport. Whoop, I got to get my hand on the brake here. Talking to you today about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This was one of the most anticipated games of 2020. I got my hands on it. I've been playing it for a little while, and today I want to tell you a little bit about it and take you on a real-time flight throughout San Francisco. Incredible graphics. That is what really drove this game and got a lot of excitement around it. The ability to do multiplayer, real-time weather conditions as you fly around the world. Like I said, I want to take you on a little tour, and I'll talk about the game as we're flying. Today we're flying with a Microsoft Sidewinder Precision Pro 2 in a Cessna 208B. This is actually an older joystick that I had from 1998. Didn't exactly work out too well for me at first. I had to do some manual controls in there to get it to work, but gradually, over time, things shaped up. And we've got liftoff. So this is again from San Francisco International Airport. Like I said, just incredible graphics with this game. It's one of my favorite aspects of this, especially San Francisco. We're going to see some really amazing pictures. The San Francisco International Airport is located down in San Bruno, or near the San Bruno area, which is south of the city itself. So we're just going to take off here from San Francisco International and fly a little bit to the north. So if you do want to get your hands on this game, one thing that was a little bit of a challenge for me at first was the specs of my current computer that I had prior to this. And I say that, now that you hear me say that, you know I tried to buy a new computer. You really do need a good computer to play this, and to be able to play it, to get great graphics, and to be able to see what we're looking at right now. So the specs that are required are a minimum of 8 gigabytes of RAM, Windows 10 64-bit. I do have my eyes on the road as we're doing this, or on the sky. Radeon RX 570 or GeForce GTX 770 video card, and making sure that you've got 150 gigabytes of space and 2048 megabytes of dedicated video RAM. So yes, those are the minimum requirements to be able to play. My previous computer didn't meet the minimum requirements, so I actually went out and bought a whole new computer. I mean, I did have some other things that I'm going to be using it for, so it's not just for this game. That's what I tell myself anyway. But, so yes, I did go out, got a new computer. Real happy that I did, though, because the performance is just great when you have, above not only the minimum specs, but the recommended specs. And if you're interested in what those specs are, I'll put a link down in the description for you. So if you look at the map right now, you'll see that we have now just turned in the direction here of going north towards San Francisco. And just for the purpose today of this game, I'm actually not going to really be observing the flight rules, not really responding to the radio and such, because I'm here to talk with you today. And as you can see here below, you'll notice a few other planes flying, especially here in that right corner at about 2 o'clock on my screen in front of the actual plane. These are other players that are playing the game right now as we speak, and it's cool. I haven't really done any kind of interaction with players yet at this point, more so just kind of experimenting and trying my hand at things and such. But the multiplayer experience, I think, is something that really makes this game what it is. So if you look off just to the north there, we are getting a little bit closer to San Francisco. And we might actually have to veer kind of this way. Surprisingly, San Francisco, the metro area is really not that big as it looks on a map. I think from one side of the city to the other, don't quote me on this, it's about 15, give or take 15 to 20 miles, which is not huge. Not huge at all. Alright, so we're going to be, like I said, flying a bit due north. We'll go up, we'll definitely see the Golden Gate Bridge. That will be a sight to see. We'll see if we can get over by Alcatraz Island as well. And then we'll see if we can do a little flyby between the San Francisco side and the Oakland side as well. So just curious as we're playing this, if anybody else has a copy of this game, if they've played it, what their thoughts are, if you've encountered any issues with the game, if you've discovered anything cool, leave some comments. Would definitely love to hear about that. Like I said, I'm still relatively new right now. I did actually have Microsoft Flight Simulator 98 back in the day. I had a copy of 2004, I believe, as well. And then I think they released Microsoft Flight Simulator X. And I know that's a Roman numeral for something. I just can't pinpoint it right now. Maybe it was called X. I'm not sure. But I didn't play that too much. Really, when news about this one came out, this is really what I've been waiting for, is the ability to play Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So bear with me here as we get a little bit closer. And you know what, we'll dip down here just slightly, so that way we can get some better views. There's the Golden Gate. I don't know if you'll be able to see it right now. It's about 11 o'clock from the center of my plane. We'll first fly over by the Oakland side, and then we'll come back over towards San Francisco. Or actually, I should take that back. San Francisco's, of course, right here, so we'll go down by San Francisco first. We'll end it over at the Golden Gate Bridge, and then we'll fly back to SFO again. So like I said, the detail in this game, just incredible, especially as you get into some of these cities like San Francisco, these well-known places. Just decreasing power a little bit here. I've been known to overspeed in this game quite a bit. And granted, by the way, too, I'm playing this game in a medium to ultra setting when it comes to graphics. If you have a higher power computer than I do, then you're going to see even better graphics than what we're looking at here today. And I'm actually pretty convinced that the graphics are probably even better on those settings. I think San Francisco is one of those cities that they actually did some hand touches to. So here we are, San Francisco. Look at the detail on these buildings. I'm unfortunately not familiar with the San Francisco metro area as much. I've been to San Francisco a few times, but just not as familiar enough to be able to pinpoint these buildings. I could probably point out Coit Tower. And we'll do a little flyover here. Some would probably say I'm a little bit low right now, but you know what? That's all right, because this is a tour. If you look closely at the bridge, you can actually also see cars driving down on there, which I think is a nice added touch that they've done throughout the game, regardless of how big the city is.
500.
And there's the Golden Gate, right up there. And we probably could actually take the plane to the other side, get a quick peek at Sausalito. And then, like I said, we'll come back toward SFO. Here's all the piers down here. Forget which one is the famous one, or is it Wharfs? I'm trying to remember. Wharfs. I think it's Wharfs.
500.
Yeah, such great detail on this. Someday I'll probably do an upgrade, get myself an even better graphics card. But I'm very happy, even in a medium to high quality setting, at how much detail it goes into this game. Anybody down here? Well, we are in a COVID era, and there's nobody on these ships, and so That is also a foretelling sign. Are there any people down there in the pool? Doesn't look like it. They're out on the water, but they're not down in the pool. All right, there's the Golden Gate up there. We'll do a couple swings around the Golden Gate. Okay, and is this... Like I said, I'm not as familiar with the San Francisco layout. For a second, I thought that was Coit Tower down there that I saw, but I think Coit is in another direction. This would be Golden Gate Park down here, I believe, that we're seeing just below the screen. And here's the Golden Gate. Very nice. I'm a little tempted to do a little fly under the Golden Gate. At the same time, a little bit nervous that the game is going to kick me. But we're going to try it. We're going to try it, even if I get kicked. At least I want to do one flyby of the Golden Gate here. Then we'll do a fly under of the Golden Gate. And then we'll return to SFO. Nice. Wow. Doesn't seem as busy, though, does it? Doesn't seem quite as busy. I feel like San Francisco is probably a little busier than this. All right, let's give myself just a little more power here. Love to fly over Napa, too, and wine country at some point. Okay, we're cutting her a little close. All right, stand by as we take a little dip under the Golden Gate here. Okay. Like I said, I don't know. I might crash this. Okay, oh my gosh. Wow. Oh no, what? We collided with an object? No way, we did not collide with the bridge. You all saw it with your own eyes, right? Jeez, all right, well, that's a flaw of the game. Anyway, I guess there probably actually isn't that much room under the Golden Gate Bridge. It's probably not to scale. Anyway, regardless, it is a cool game. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The graphics are insane. The multiplayer pieces are great. The real-time weather, the real-time flight data and stuff really adds that real dimension to it. So I would check it out if you can. I won't quote prices on here because prices can always change over time, and so I don't want this to get outdated in any way. I've got a couple links here down in the description for you as well. And if you haven't done so, be sure to subscribe to my channel as well, Kevin Talks Tech. We don't typically talk about games on Kevin Talks Tech as much, but we do talk about a lot of technology, and I do highlight some of my favorite games. So with that, I want to thank you so much for joining me online here today. Certainly appreciate it, and we'll see you again for a new video real soon.